Hi, welcome to my channel Ruby Neck Crochet Tejido. Today I'll be teaching you how to make this beautiful design. It's made on a square loom. I made the square loom as well. It's very easy to do and I hope you guys like it and give it a try. And here's the list of material you're gonna need to make it. If you are not already a subscriber, please subscribe and click on the little bell. That way you get notification each time I upload a video. Remember, I make my videos in Spanish and English. If you receive a Spanish video and you want to see in English, go to the main page of my YouTube channel that you'll find the English version in there. Also, you can send me a message and I can send you the link. For this design, these are the material I'm going to use. The loops and thread, braid big, 300 grams, 240 meters, super bulky 6, and the color is salt and pepper. I'm gonna use this loom with nails that I made. In my channel I have a tutorial on how to make these square looms with nails. In the tutorial I have a small one, but this one is the biggest I have made. I'm gonna measure it and tell you how many nails sorry how many nails I have in this one, and I will leave the link here of the tutorial on how to make these looms. I'm gonna use one of these Tunisian crochet. If you don't have a Tunisian crochet, you can use the biggest crochet hook that you have, the longest, or one of these, or you can have a wire. It's a very heavy duty wire, don't can be a soft one, and bend it at the end, and then with that you can fit the last stitch. It will be easier. And you're gonna need one of these big comb. That way you can start putting together giving the place of the stitch. And tapestry needle and scissor. This is my first tutorial in one of these big loom. I'm gonna be doing this standing up, and I will try my best to record everything. I changed the position of the camera. I put it in a different tripod to see how this is gonna work. I will do my best to do a good tutorial. These are the 4 different size loom that I have made. Like you see, they have different size range. So when you do a piece in the loom, always shrink a lot. Like for example, the one that I'm gonna make big is almost a little bit bigger than this one, the piece, because it's a stretch out and then always shrink. So you have to keep that to account. I'm gonna measure and I'm gonna give you all the measurement and the amount of nails that I have on the 4 looms, just in case you want to do them. I did these ones all by myself. I don't have any help, so they're very easy to do. You just need nails and 4 pieces of wood and a ruler and the brackets. The corner bracket I really recommend, and the 2 big ones I have those, and they are lifesaver because everything stays nice and square. So I'm gonna sit down and try to measure these and give it all the sizes before I start the tutorial. But I had to sit down because I don't want to spend all day standing out recording. I'm gonna measure here the different size loom, just in case you want to have them built for different size project. It's this loom netting. It's amazing. The material that you get are amazing. So I'm gonna start measuring the smallest. So you need 4 pieces of wood. I did all of this myself, and the distance between nails is 1 centimeter, and you need a little 2 long ones and 2 short ones to fit inside those 2 long ones. So the measurement from corner to corner of this one is 28 centimeters. That's 11 inches by 9 inches, that is 23 centimeters. And the amount of nails that I have here is from this corner to this one. I don't know if you can see well. This is the different position for the camera, so I have to be looking once in a while to see if I'm in the shot. So this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, and 26. And now if you want to count the same amount of nails to the other side, you count this one, number 26, as the first one, and you'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, and 26 to this one, you see? It's only you have to have the same amount of nails on the piece of wood. So that is for this one. This is the smallest. The second one is this one. This one is a little bit wobbly. It don't sit flat, but still it work no problem. I can work with this one. I have worked with this one before. So this one measure, the shorter one is 11 inches and 3/4 by the longest one is 37 centimeters, and that is 14.5 inches. And the amount of nails that I have in this one from this corner is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, and 34 nails. By counting this one as the first one, 34 nails, by counting the first one, 34 nails, and so on. And this one is that one. Let me move them out of the way. This one is the strongest and the nicest that I have because it's made with hardwood, so it's very well done. These ones are softwood, so for example this one that I'm going to use, and the entire line of nails is a little bit cracked all the way in this one, so but still work, so hopefully don't fall apart. But this one is really nice, very well done. So if you have hardwood, it's better. So this one measure 58 centimeters. That is 23 inches. That is the longest one. By 19.5 inches. That is almost 50 centimeters. And the amount of nails in this one, and you see I have some corner bracket. I went to the hardware store, the Home Depot, and I bought some L bracket, and I put one on each corner because these ones are bigger, heavier, so this one will keep it into place. So this one have, I don't know, you don't can see me exactly all the way, but I'm trying my best. So this one have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, and 54 nails. And this one is the second largest. Now the biggest of them all is the one that I'm gonna use. Move this out of the way. Is this one. That's gonna be a little bit difficult to work in front of the camera because I have to be moving from that end. You're gonna hear the noise, but it's nothing I can do to the other end. I have to move the camera a little bit, that way you see the other end and you see me working back and forth. so I'll try my best. With this one is big. So the measurement of the shorter one is, the shorter piece of wood is 27.5 inches, and that is 70 centimeter by, I need to dust them a little bit. And this one measure 30.5 inches, that is 78 centimeter. That's the longest piece of wood. And like I say, if you can find hardwood, I really recommend it because it will last you forever. And again, I have some L brackets, one on each corner, so I have 4. And these ones are a smaller one than the other one, so it's perfect. Now I'm gonna count the amount of nails. You don't gonna see me counting the nails because here is the space and I'm at this border. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, and 74. I'm gonna write with the pens, and here 74 nails. That way I know, and I don't have that problem again to know. So I'm gonna count the other ones again, and I put in the corner how many nails, and then I have that done. So I'm gonna be recording a little bit, you know, back and forth, but I'm gonna leave here the link and how to make this loom. You're gonna see an eye, you click on the eye, and in the end of the video I'm gonna leave the link and how to make these looms. I made the smaller one, and the nails are the small. You see, this one are a smaller nail than this one. These ones are a little bit bigger, and this one are a little bit thinner and smaller, but they are the ones with the little head. They hardly have any head on, so that's easy. And these ones are nice and smooth. If you have any nails with any problem, don't put that nail because that will get stuck into your yarn. So now we're gonna start recording the tutorial. I already made one of the pieces, and look how gorgeous it is, and the size, how much it shrank. So that's why I was saying that depend on the size that you want your piece is the size that you will make your loom. But remember, it will get much smaller. I'm gonna show you that this is the size of the second largest loom. Look, and the outside just a little bit bigger. So if you do it this size, I have one that I made with this size. Let me grab it. Look how much smaller I look. And it's done in this one. But look how gorgeous that look. And this one is done with the Loops and Thread Charisma. They are absolutely gorgeous. This thick yarn for this type of work. They look amazing. So now we're gonna start making this one in the largest loom. I decided to show you in the smaller loom how you're gonna start because I can get corner to corner and the camera is much easier. And this leftover yarn that I have here, I'm gonna start with this, and then after I will change to my bigger loom and continue and do some more explanation in here. But to start, I'm gonna start with this one. You're gonna do a knot, and you're gonna place it in the corner nail. Always you're gonna work from corner to corner. You're gonna tie it there, and then you're gonna bring your yarn to the corner nail, the one that is straight to the other side, and you're gonna wrap around the nail and the one into the, if you face it front of you, you'll be to your right. You wrap around that one, and then you bring it straight and wrap around the one in this side of the nail. You're gonna pass your yarn under, and you're gonna wrap around the nail on the other side of the first one. And then you're gonna go straight. You see you have already are weaving in here. You're going straight to the one to the left of this one in the corner. You wrap in that one, and then you come and wrap in the next one beside that one and this side. You have to work all your nails, okay? So you come to the other side, wrap in the next one, and you only have to go the first one that you have in front of you under, and then up, under, and to the nail. You always start with under. That way, and finish with under the strand of yarn. That way, you know if you're doing it right or not. If you miss any nails or anything, or you made a mistake wrapping or weaving. So you're gonna wrap around the next nail. That will be my second nail, without counting the one in the corner. That's my second nail, and then I'm gonna go under the first strand, up, under, and then I'm gonna wrap in the next nail. That will be the second one in this side, and then you're gonna grab your yarn and you bring it to the other side. And if you hold both like this, it's easier and faster because you click in the next nail and you click in the third nail in this side without counting the one in the corner. You wrap around that one. You bring it to this other end. You wrap in the third nail in here. Remember, I'm not counting the one in the corner. And you go under the first one, and top of the next one, under the next one, up, down. You see? And the last one is under like the first one. And you wrap around the next nail. I was keeping one. That will be, I have 3 nails done, 3 nails done. And now we're going to do the third one on this side. You see, I've done 3 nails on each side now. So you're going to do the same. You're going to come here, you wrap around the next one. And this is very fast. Once you get going, it's really fast. And you come to the next nail. You go under this one, and top of that one, under and top, under and top, and under. And that will create a nice weaving pattern. So you wrap around from outside the nail to the inside like this. And then you go under the first strand, and top of the next one, under and top, under and top, and under. Wrap around this nail. And when you wrap around the nail, you grab this in here, and you will come with this one on this side, and you go and wrap around that one and the next one. And that's how you're gonna go back and forth. I zoom in a little bit, that way you guys can see a little bit better how it's done. And once you wrap around this nail, you will come to the next one. You wrap, you see, from the outside of the nail in, and then you go under the first strand, up, down, up. You see, that one getting wrapped under, up, down, up and down, up and down. You see, under the last one, you wrap around the nail, the next nail, and then it's easier when you grab this side and this one, and you bring to the other one. You click in the nail and click in the other one, and then you're ready to come to the other side. I think I'm gonna start from the beginning a little bit closer like this. That way I can show you just the first nails how it's done, and then I will change to the bigger loom. I'm gonna show you quick in the couple of first nails, again a little bit closer, that way you guys can see a little bit better. Sorry, I was a little bit further before. You're gonna do a knot in the first nail and here, always leaving a tail for loosing later. Don't leave it too short. So you go to the first nail, or the center nail. Let's not count that one. This one and the side will be the first one for each side. So let's not count the one in the corner. So you go to the one and this one in here. Let me see if you guys can see from one end to the other one, from this one to this one. And the outside, you know, if you face it to the left side, if you put this facing you, it will be in the left side of the nail. You wrap in that one and wrap in the first one in this side. This always the first one. You wrap in there. Okay? And then you come straight to the first one in this side. And you come and wrap from the outside to the inside of that one. And you go under this strand. You wrap around the first nail on the other side. Let me bend that one down. And then you grab it straight to the other side. And it's good if you grab the two ends like this, because you will wrap in the next nail, in the first one in this side, and in the second one in this one. Because we start the second nail. And then you bring it straight to the second nail in here. Remember, we're not counting the center one. You wrap from the outside to the inside, and you go under this one and top of that one and under that one. You see, like this. And then you grab a hook or something, or you just lift those two and you pass this straight. It's perfect. So you'll come there, you wrap around the second nail. I'm working this one a little bit loose because I'm gonna remove this. So you wrap around that nail, and then, like I mentioned before, you grab these two like this. It's much easier because you come to the other side and you wrap around that nail and the next one. And again, you wrap in the third nail. You come to the third nail here from the outside in, and then if you like, you can go under and top, under and top, and under that one, and then you pass this one through. You can do that now because you have a few only. After it's a little bit more difficult because you have more. You wrap around that one and you go to the other side like so. Wrap around the nail and in this one. And like that's how you're going to continue. So I'm going to undo this, and I'm going to start working in the big one, and I will show you as you go how you're going to knit this, because you need to move them around, make them straight as you work your weaving of the yarn. like that, you're going to continue weaving on your loom. And I really recommend bulky yarn. The bulkiest the better, because the material that you're making, it will be thicker, warmer. Because if you use a medium 4 yarn, it's going to be very thin material. So from bulky 5, 6, perfect. And as you work, you'll need the comb to even this up. Make sure that they are at the same distance. That will be nice, and your material will be really nice. And make sure that you don't miss any nail, or you weave 2 nails at a time. You know, like you pass the yarn through this one and the way back, because if you do that, don't gonna be even. At the end, you're gonna be missing some nails, and that's because you use another one when you don't supposed to. So you will have extra nail on the other side. So you have to make sure that you pay attention to that detail. This piece don't gonna be exactly a square flat piece. You'll see, because as you pull this, some strand will have a little bit more tension than the other one. I'm gonna remove the loom, and I'm gonna show you the one that I already made. That way you guys can see what I mean with that. But this is very easy to do, and I will be recording as I go. And then the more that you do, the more you will need this to even them up, the comb. They sell them at the $3 store, these combs, so you can buy them there. But it's very easy, and I enjoy doing this. It's very rewarding. So I'll continue working on this. I'm going to show you the other one that I made. That way you see exactly what I'm going to look like. Let me move the loom out of the way, and then I'll continue. You see, when I put it down, it's a little bit with the wave. It's not completely flat when you put it down, because it's work like this. So but it's still really nice. And look how gorgeous this look. It look absolutely amazing. I forgot how much I enjoy doing this. And if you work with thin yarn, you don't gonna get this beautiful you see, no holes or anything material that you're making. This is like a material that you're making, and it will be amazing. I forgot how much I enjoyed loom netting. So I placed my loom on my chair, and then I realized that in the chair it will be much easier to work with. I'm gonna show you, that way you guys can see. I'm gonna put something under, that way I don't make a hole with the point of my loom and the chair, but I think it's gonna be much easier than working here on the flat of the table. And there, this, that way I don't make a hole with this point on the chair, and it will be much easier because I can work back and forth much faster. But when I'm gonna record the progress, I will move these to the table because I have more light there, and then I will show you. And this, what you see here, is my tabletop for my camera, my tripod, homemade, that I built to have it on top of my desk. So I put it there out of the way, that way I can use my desk for the big loom, because that was on the way and I cannot work with it. Here I want to show you a mistake. This one in here, I have the strand twice under, so that is wrong. This one in here supposed to go on top of that one. Okay, so if that happen, make sure that you pay attention as you work, because if that happen, you will have will stay like that too long, that strand, if you want to weave that. So to do that, you will remove this nail, and then the other ones, and then you will redo that again. So I have to undo from 2 nails because the mistake was from the nail before the last one. So I undo that, and then I will continue. You can make mistake in weaving as well. to make things easier, when you look at your work, you'll see that you have some strand higher than other one. So the one that they're higher, you will have the next strand on top, and the lower one you will lift to pass the yarn under. That is the easiest way to do it. So you're gonna wrap in here, and when you pass under this one, you look that this one is higher and the next one is lower, so you grab the lower and pass this one. You grab the lower and pass this one. The lower ones, you pull them and you pass them under, like so. And that will make things much easier for you. You pass it through here, you even this up, and then hook it in the nail, and then grab it in here, and then bring it to the other side. So once you get going, it will be easy. Once you know what you're doing. And like I said, the easiest way is to guide yourself for the ones that are lower and the ones that are higher. So you always have the first one, you go under, and then you see the next one is a little bit higher, the other one is a little bit lower, and like that you grabbing the lower one and passing this under. You see, under that. And it's fast because you're doing 2 nails in this side and the other 2 when you go all the way. So you're not only weaving in this side, and the other one is just clicking in the nail. So it's very, very easy to do. So make sure that when you're doing this, you have them at the right distance. Make sure that it's nice and spaced well. That way when you remove this from the loom, they will be nice and even. So you see, I already bring it to the other side, nice and straight. Clicking in this nail, clicking in this one, wrap. Make sure that it's even, but I don't recommend to do it like this. And a flat surface, bending over, I don't recommend that, because you will end up with pain in your back and your neck, and this is to enjoy, not to hurt yourself. So I recommend to stand this up in a chair or something, and in a way that you can be sitting or standing for a bit. Find the most comfortable place to do it, and then do it, but don't bend over for too long because you're gonna end up with pain in your back. So I'm gonna continue working on this, and I will show you my progress. Here I'm using the comb to even the strand. Make sure that the strand is nice and straight from one nail to the next one, and the same on the other side. You want them nice and even, the space. So you have to be looking around and moving that way, moving it this way, and so on, making sure that everything is nice and straight. So I left it here. I don't want to move it from here because I'm now you know, in the zone, going back and forth, and make sure that in both sides, I don't want to move it from there to show you the other side, but it looks exactly the same as that one. And since the yarn is changing color back and forth, it will make that beautiful design. That's why I recommend multicolored yarn. That way you get a beautiful design, because if you do this with one color yarn, it's just a plain piece of material. So I will continue working, and I'll continue recording my progress. Now you're gonna use your hook, because we have only 2 nails on each side plus the one in the center, and these have more tension. It's a little bit more difficult to just pass it with your hand. So I'm gonna show you now how you're gonna use this. We only have the last nail, the one in the center. So now you're gonna grab your strand and you're gonna measure without stretching it or anything to the other end where you have the other nail, and you're gonna cut a little extra because this is the last strand that we're gonna weave through the little space in there. We're gonna do the last one, and you have to wrap around the last nail, the one in the corner, and you have to pass it under this strand, and I recommend you lift it a little bit, not all the way out, that way you don't come out all the way, and then you pass your hook under, and then you pull that one through, and it's perfect in place. So remember, you have to wrap around the nail and go under and take it in between those two. Well, this last one is a little more fiddly to do because you only have this space in here, you see. So you are doing exactly the same, the one under, you lifting them up and you passing your strand through. You can use a small crochet hook if you like on here, no alternation crochet. Or for the entire thing you can use a smaller crochet hook, so a shorter one is what I mean. So for me it's easy with the Tunisian crochet. So I'm gonna pass it through. So you have to make sure that you're passing right in between these two, you see. If you look here in the corner, when I pass the last strand, and instead to pass it right through to the other side, I left, you see, and let's take it out, I left the loop in here. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a knot. You see these ones under, both are under that strand. So now I'm gonna come here and I'm gonna do a knot and make this one a little bit smaller and do a knot in here. I don't know if you can see well because the color of the yarn is dark in here in this corner. And when I finish here, I'm gonna undo the knot that I did on the other side, and then I will do exactly the same as I'm doing in this one. That way are both exactly the same to secure the two ends. So now I'm gonna show you how to do that. So I undid that knot. This is the one that I start with. And what I did, let me show you. You see, when I undid the knot, it was like this, loose. So this one is loose here. So you need to secure the first one. So what you do is you wrap around the first nail and you bring it to the top, and with your hook you go under this one. No, the other way around. Under this one, like this. And you're gonna pass it in, like I show you. And then you're gonna do the knot in here. You see? When you do the knot, this one is the one that you pull out in here. So when you do the knot in here, that will trap this one in here. You see that one? In between these two, that strand. This one, it will get trapped and with a knot. And I will secure it. Once you finish, it will look like this. This is the design that the yarn did. So now I'm gonna zoom in and I will show you how you're gonna remove them from the loom. Now with the donation crochet or with the crochet hook, you're gonna remove the loom from the material that you just made. Now with the crochet hook or the donation crochet, we're gonna remove or work from the loom. The first side where you're gonna remove them, it will be a little tighter, but the rest will be easier to do. And before you remove from the loom, make sure that everything is straight, that everything look like a good distance, every single line that is perfect. So, and then you will remove from the loom. So I don't like to mislead when I do in my design. If something work or not work, I will tell you. I don't want to do a piece that I play around and then I show you something that is not like the same result you're gonna have. So when I did the first piece, I pull the strand a little bit tighter, and then when I remove from the loom, this one now is smaller than the second one because the tension is not exactly the same. So that's why I'm showing you the difference between, well, and to show you as well that I'm not misleading anybody. So I like to always show how it is and what it is. And you see one piece is bigger than the other, and that's because the tension. So if you don't pull the strand tight, when you do the first one, do exactly the same as the second, and both will be exactly the same size. These one are done in the same loom with the same type of yarn, and look at the difference in sizes. That is because I didn't realize that for the first one I pulled very tight the strand, and then for this one I did not pull them as tight. And this one is sit more flat, more square. So I really recommend when you're doing this not to pull what is, you know, like stretch it out. Just leave it with a nice tension, not too loose but not too tight neither. That way it's nice and flat and you have even borders. Like this one is less wavy than this one. This one it is a little bit more wavy, but I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna use both of them since I'm doing a design that you can play around with the different length. What I'm gonna do, since I'm gonna leave this open in the side, I'm gonna leave this one shorter in the front and a little bit longer for the back, so that will work perfect. So for me it's okay that one is a little bit bigger than the other one. And the design, they're not exactly the same, because remember they were both different ball of yarn, so the colors don't gonna match exactly the same. They're the same color, but the design inside is not exactly the same, but it will work. You see, if I do this in the side here, it's perfect. It's the same width, but the length somehow is a little bit longer. So that's perfect. That worked for me. So do your two piece. I really recommend not to stretch it out. That way you have both the same size. But if you wanted one a little bit bigger than the other one, you can stretch it out a little bit. But I really recommend to have them both the same size. So at the end, a little bit smaller and a little bit longer, a little bit tighter, doesn't matter, because it will work anyway. I will make it work. So I just wanted to show you that I don't like to mislead if something don't work out. But I'm still going to use them. I was planning to do another one, but no, I don't need to make another one. This will work like this at the end. There's two ways that you can use these two panels. You can do a traditional pointed poncho. If you have the two piece the same size, it will be perfect. But mine, since one is a little bit bigger than the other one, I had to make it work if I was going to make it like this, but I'm not. So what you do is you fold a point for the front, for the back, to leave the opening for the head, and then you sew the rest in each side, and then you'll have a regular poncho like this. And what you can do is you can place a button here. Sorry, I promised to do a tutorial on how to do polymer clay buttons. I have to do that still. I did promise, and I will do it. So I'm gonna grab any. I don't have anything that will go with this color in here, but I will grab this one just to show you. You can put a button in here, and then you secure the flap in here with a little piece of yarn, and the same in the back, and it will look really nice. But I'm gonna do it a different way. I'm gonna do a square, so that way I can put it on with a long sleeve underneath, and it will look nice with boots, pair of jeans. It will look really nice because I'm gonna do it like this. And honestly, I like that the one is a little bit longer than the other one. You know why? Because that will give me a good style. A little bit longer in the back. So I will even it up here on the top. And I try to even it up in the side as well, just by doing this, the one on the top. Just by doing that, the yarn is loosening up a little bit. I found that it's less small than the other one. You see, it's like it's growing a little bit. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sew them here on the shoulder. Do the same in the other side, leaving the opening for my head, and I'm gonna leave the opening for the arms, and then I will sew a piece in here, leaving open in the lower part. And that's what I'm planning to do with mine. So that's what I'm gonna do. I will show you how you're gonna do the sewing. So the one that was a little bit bigger, when I removed from the nail, I fixed because I don't want that to be visible on the sleeve. I have one here. This one is a little bit loose as well. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull them into the work to make sure that one is even there. Just a little bit, loosen them up, and then when I do this, they all, you see, it's nice and even now in the border. So if that happened to you, you can fix it very easy by moving the strand to the inside. Now I'm gonna show you first how to lose these tails. And the first piece I left one long one, so I'm gonna use that one to sew one of the shoulders, but the other ones I left them too short, so I'm gonna lose them. I already did that in this corner here. This is the right side. You see, you don't see anything, and so it's in this one. So it's very easy to weave these ends inside here. So like this, you're gonna sew one shoulder, and then I'm gonna do the same with the other one, but don't lose the tail, leave it there loose. That way when you try it on, you know how much you have to sew it in or out. And like I showed you, it's very, very easy. So you always through the top, you see one of those loops where you have the nail, and then the other one on the other side, you pass it under like this, and then this one in the top, like so. And try to have them all the same size. Don't pull too tight, that way they all look the same, and it will look really, really nice on the shoulder, like this. So I'm gonna leave this tail here loose. I counted the stitch, and it's easy to count them because they are different color, and I count 20 with the first one, and I'm gonna do the same in the other side, that way I have the same amount of stitches, and then I will try this part on, but I don't want to lose the tail until I sew the side, and the side we're gonna do the sewing exactly the same. So I didn't realize when I started sewing that, of course, I had the same amount of border loops on each piece. So even that they were one bigger than the other one, they exactly the same amount of loops. So when I start sewing this, I end up with an even piece, even in here, and even for the arm opening. So that's perfect, you see. I end up leaving it even, because this is weaving these move around, and then the stitches get a little bit looser, get tighter, and somehow it is the same length now after I did the sewing. And what I did, I cut a strand long enough, and I start sewing from under the arm to the border, because just in case it was a little bit longer in the back, but no, exactly the same. And I left an opening of 14 centimeters, that is 5.5 inches, but I left the tail loose there just in case. And the same here under the arm. For under the arm, I count 26 of these border loops in this side, 26 on the other side, and I start sewing in here. And I left again the tail like this, just in case I had to close a little bit more or lose a couple of stitches. That's much easier like that. And I close, so I'm gonna count the stitches: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27 28 29 30 31 32 of these stitches. And that's exactly the same what I'm gonna do in the other side. I'm gonna count my 26 border loop, and then I will start sewing from there. 32 stitches. Here mark my 26 stitches, and this is number 26, and I'm gonna start sewing, always leaving the tail for just in case, and always from the top to the bottom, like so, to create these nice stitches. And don't miss any, because otherwise you don't want to have an even work. Like so. I'm gonna do my 32, and then I will measure here. I finished sewing the shoulders, and I lost the tail as well under the arms. And for the border here, I left that little opening only 7 space of the nails, and here smaller, and it's ready. And you'll end up with 2 leftover like this, because you need 2 balls in order to do this, because with one I don't think it's enough to do the entire piece. But with this I can do a neck warmer and a boot cuff. That way it will be a nice combination with this for the cooler weather. I'm gonna put the tag, the handmade tag, and then I will put it on the mannequin, and I will show you the end result. Well, this is the end result, and I absolutely love this design. They look amazing and very easy, very fast to do on the square loom. Amazing for the fall. I love it. I've been wearing this year. Like this, look on the side with a little space open in the side and the seam. They look really nice. I really like how he did the sewing. Look very rustic, very. It look amazing. I really like it, and I hope you guys like it. And give it a try and a thumbs up. And subscribe to my channel if you're not already a subscriber and you make this beautiful design and you want to send me some picture. You can do it through my Facebook page, Ruby Net Crochet Tejido, or my Instagram, Ruby Net Crochet Tejido. Please share my video with friends and family. That way you help me grow here on YouTube. I wish you have a beautiful day. Bye.